This is the TV Podcast with Chuck Thomas and Greg Scott.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the TV Podcast. And tonight we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Quizmania. As usual, I'm joined by the TV superstar Greg Scott, also TV legend Debbie King,
Hello.
and the one and only rock and roll cameraman Flash.
I watch it every single day.
Throughout the game from day one.
Interactive game shows, come of age, in the outrageously entertaining world of Quizmania. Passionate about viewers, passionate about quizzes.
The total prize money we gave away was £4 million.
No way.
And we had 8,000 letters.
Wow.
And some of those actually were death threats, weren't they?
Most of them were sent to me.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the time before any social media. So we had these two lovely ladies. Do you remember them, Karen and Linda? And they ran ran the fan letter department. And we used to get the most mental things. One person sent me a plate with a bar of soap saying, "Will you come to my restaurant and wash up for me?"
And did you?
I did.
Do you wash dishes?
I earned more there than I did on Quizmania.
And Debbie is still working there today. Yeah. That's where she's been for the last 20 years.
I got sent a thong and a brochure for like power tools.
It was a golden time. I see it really as before social media took off. I think Facebook had just about started, but we got genuine fan letters from people, 99% positive. And they used to send gifts, presents.
I mean, Debbie, they weren't 99%. There was quite a few.
97?
They used to filter
We didn't show you everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean, actually,
Filtered.
it was mostly you that got the death threats, actually.
Yeah.
You were very popular, and you were very popular.
I got stacks of fan
Yeah.
mail.
And actually, most of the death threats for Greg came from ITV.
I remember one guy sent a death threat, but whilst I should have been worried, whilst I should have panicked, what I actually felt complimented in a way, because the people who were investigating at Fremantle were the ones who investigated the death threats that went to Simon Cowell.
Wow.
So I thought,
wow.
So you
You're
felt
in a league.
important.
yeah, I thought, oh,
Yeah.
great,
What
I'm
was
being-
it, though, about the show that captured the country's
It was
imagination?
the
'Cause-
I wonder what you're gonna say then.
accessibility, wasn't it?
It was accessibility, and if you think about it, we were on air for 8 hours a night.
Yeah.
So we would come on
Was it
air.
8 hours?
Yeah, we
Well-
would come on air about 9 p.m. on ITV Play, and then we'd roll over to ITV2 or ITV1 around midnight, and then we'd still be on at 5 a.m.
I can't believe we gave away £4 million. That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nothing like that.
Here comes a question. What happens when you take the freshest games?
This is what we call a dingbat.
Do you know who this is?
So, what's that then?
Name the show.
The hottest production design,
Here's your next clue.
and combine it all with Fremantle Media's unparalleled production expertise.
You should know what it is.
The answer is hours of captivating live TV every single night.
What was the most amount of calls you got in one night?
The most amount.
47,621.
Way higher than that.
Go on.
We got 1 million. We got
Never.
we got 1 million calls one
yeah.
night.
Wow.
That was one of the early days on ITV. We got 1 million, calls.
Do you know,
So
I
that's-
remember actually, we all wore earpieces, and it was quite comforting to hear you in the gallery telling us how many calls. And I remember you saying you've hit 1 million calls, and it
I
was
remember that
so
day.
exciting. It was really a
It-
buzz.
we tried to guess beforehand, didn't we, on the first night? First night on ITV1, tried to guess how many calls we would get per minute. Because let's face it, it was a business, and each call was ka-ching. And it was extraordinary. I was expecting
Was
maybe
that per minute?
well,
1 million,
million
calls
calls
per
a
minute.
Oh, wow.
Debbie, I don't think we'd be
Jesus.
here right now if it was 1 million calls a minute.
in a jazz
I
ghetto
remember
in Cairo.
standing behind that pink slanted door night upon night, especially the first night we went to ITV1.
That's because you were too little to open it.
And
You couldn't get through.
I was so nervous. It's when we'd transitioned from ITV2 or Information TV to ITV1. And honestly, and I was wearing this actual thing.
is
Well,
that?
we have a
corset.
question, Debbie, about that. Somebody wanted to know, why did you wear corsets every single night?
it became my thing.
Yeah.
So I found one in this cool shop in London, and then I thought, no one else wears them. And it became
It's like the old days,
I've
Flash.
never washed it. You can't wash it because it's full of metal. Feel it. It became my trademark.
You try having lunch with 15 side characters.
Can I? I might go and give it a go right
You
now.
try nibbling on a prawn.
I've been there. I've actually nibbled on a psychiatrist.
Have you?
But we don't talk about that.
Male or female?
Well, you know DK.
I know.
I'm not fussy.
Flash, is it true that an ITV executive banned you from the show?
It's very true. He actually, he just didn't like me because people
were so
liked
popular.
me. I was
Yeah.
popular.
It is extraordinary. I mean, you
Popular.
were so popular.
Well,
You were.
I'm kind of a big deal, Greg.
Can you teach us how to be popular, Flash? How do you
Just
be
watch
popular?
and learn. It can't be taught.
So
It's-
the story was that on the show, the cameramen were part of the show. They were co-presenters.
very much.
And he always had an issue with you, the ITV executive. And he said, ban him from the show. And then we created a new character for you called Zool.
Zool, yeah.
And you had a cape and a hood.
Yeah. We had all sorts of props and we had that blackboard and I drew myself like really quite good, like drawing of myself and like walked on at the end just to wind him up. And I was stood there and everyone else is waving and I'm waving. It's life size, this picture of me, and I'm holding it in front of my face, waving. And I would do things like that every night just to go,
Oh, hello. We have a bell going on. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave this game on hold. You can stick around for a moment. This is a first for me and a first for you.
Greg, was there really a fire in your studio?
It wasn't actually in the studio, but we got the smoke from it, didn't we?
We were talking about it today.
We were on
It
the
was
train
so
down.
funny.
There was an underground car park at Fremantle Studios, and it turned out there was a car on fire in the underground car park, and it was coming through the grills and whatever. And we were forced off the air on ITV1.
But then when you came back on, you made a joke out of it because you came on with your
did.
shirt all thing and like
Yeah, I put mud
absurd.
all over my face.
And then we got a phone call that was complaining that you'd made a joke out of
No,
it.
somebody turned up in reception.
Oh, they turned up.
One of the
Yeah.
neighbours.
There were flats above, not too far, well, virtually attached to the Fremantle Studios building. So this guy, go on, you tell it, go on.
Well, he turned up in reception
Yeah.
and said, get that man off air.
The security guy
How
let
dare
him
you
on,
make a joke
let
about
him into
something?
the set, didn't he?
Oh, yeah,
And then
he
he
got
got the
through.
sack, the security guy. 'cause
I want to see this presenter. Yeah, go on.
how bad a security guard are you? If it's the first time anyone comes in and goes, oh, yeah, go. Yeah, they're on TV now. Go, get in.
I think he got to within about 5 feet of the studio
Yeah,
door, didn't he? And
What was he complaining about?
because I've been
Greg in
making
general.
light of a fire that he could smell.
Oh, Greg, how can I ever thank you? Thank you so much.
Greg, how did you get hired for Quizmania?
Is that for me to answer, or it's more for you to answer, isn't it?
Well,
you hired me.
We were working, Simon and I, we were working on another interactive channel, and we used to come home every night and watch Price Drop TV. Do you remember Price Drop TV?
Totally.
And there was this weirdo who would always sell these globes. And
Gemstone globes, very nice. 40 different gemstone globes, all mounted in a Sorry, I've gone again.
And we never understood how you were selling these globes because they looked utterly worthless. But he was selling them. How much were they?
Oh, well, the starting price was £1,200, but the price would drop to something between 180 and 240.
Oh, my.
What?
What a saving.
And that was 20 years ago.
I know.
Yeah. So is your house full of globes now?
Yeah, bloody is.
So we decided that as soon as we do our next show, we were going to hire that man. And then I think the second we went to Fremantle and we pitched Quizmania, we were like, right, we've got this guy. We want him to host it with Debbie. And then you came in and did the best audition ever.
My interview, I came in and I'd been shopping and I'd bought a Star Wars helmet, Boba Fett. Do you remember this?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it was for my brother's birthday, and he was like, he said, oh, what you got there? And I was like, oh, it's a Star Wars helmet from my brother. And he was like, oh, how old is he? And I was like, 30. He thought it was like...
But the great thing for us is we wanted crew members that were like TV presenters. So he wanders in and we're like, this is TV gold.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
It was like having Alice Cooper as your cameraman.
Yeah, it was.
We couldn't believe
we
how
had
lucky
the best
we were.
fun, didn't we?
Oh, it's the best.
Oh,
Honestly.
it was the best fun. And here's the thing. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, and I'm not just saying it because you guys are here and it's the thing to say because it's this podcast and everything, but it was, for me, the best gig ever.
He
I
said the
just
same
loved-
thing on the Price Stop reunion.
No,
He did,
this
yeah.
is the
week.
thing. Price drop, I ended up hating it. I mean, I hated it.
It's like comparing apples and oranges. It was a different thing.
Well,
completely.
I hated it so much. I did quit. I did just. I said I had enough. I gave my notice. I served my notice, and then I had nothing to go to. I had no job lined up, and I'd got a young family. We had rent to pay, and this and that and that. But my wife was very supportive. She used to be, and so I quit. But 2 days later, I got the call from you guys.
And we saved your life
to audition.
Didn't we?
Yeah, and it was fate.
Fate.
If fate be need be.
Madonna songs, what you got? First guest, please.
I'm a virgin.
Debbie, how did you feel when Quizmania was mentioned on Doctor Who?
I knew we'd made it. I just knew it. I mean, imagine being part of the Doctor Who script.
What was
That's
the
how
note?
big we
For
were.
those who don't know, what was it? What
They
was
said,
the...
I've been to the moon as if they were drugged. It sits there in the news.
Since when did you watch the news? You can't handle Quizmania.
Annalise started it. She did, I heard her.
I mean, it was a derogatory comment, but the
But we'll
fact
have it.
we were mentioned was amazing.
That is awesome, yeah.
Everybody knew us. People are still writing to me today saying, I literally spent every night watching you on TV.
And it goes further because I've had people who say I was going through a really tough time at that time.
And you got me through.
There was health problems, there was mental health problems. And yeah, it was probably one of the most connective TV shows ever.
It appealed.
People just loved the two-way.
They did, but I had a gig in Blackpool, and we'd been on tour. We were on tour, and we got the tour bus because of a Quizmania fan who wrote in and said, "I've got a tour bus. I built it. Do you want to go on tour with it?" And we were
No
like,
way.
"Yeah." Anyway, so I was in Blackpool after about 2 weeks of just gig party. Anyway, I was on the toilet,
like you do,
backstage, and the support band guy came around. And he's like, "Flash, there's an old lady here to see you," and I was like, "What?" I said, "I'm on the toilet." I said, "No, she wants to see you." So I got out. She was like, "Oh yeah, I love him. Oh, he's lovely. Look at him. I bought a CD. I bought a T-shirt. I'm not going to watch the gig, but I just wanted to say hello." And she literally said hello to me outside the disabled toilet door.
0901 656 6000. Make that call now.
Flash, do you remember when your rock band performed live on the last show for ITV?
I didn't know it was the last show for ITV, but I do remember doing it, and I remember it being so loud, and we were just going dun, 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 in between the.
And I got into so much trouble.
Did you?
Yes,
but it was all.
This was on ITV, which was the mainstream channel in the UK, and you were playing heavy metal non-stop for like an hour.
All originals music, though.
Yeah.
It was all that. I was just making
And
it
he
up.
went crazy. He hated you anyway.
The thing is, it was a battle between being an entertainment show and being a quiz show that was generating income. So obviously,
I think I was very lucky because you and I and Simon, we were so young. And we were just running that show. We were all 24, 25. And I always had the policy, which was apologise later.
What's amazing is that we worked together in Germany after doing...
9 Live.
No, but before that, we did Nation 2.
We did Gaming TV.
Gaming TV.
Yes.
The horse races.
Yes, which
and
was like an
then
interactive
we
channel.
moved to Germany, the three of us, to Munich, and we we learned the ropes from them. We did 9 Live, which was on Channel 4, and then we came back to the UK and we said, we are the only people who know how to make proper cool TV. We have all the secrets. And we did. Yeah. And then unfortunately, everybody copied us.
Yeah,
trailblazers. That is what happened.
One of the best things that I always was so impressed with you, where you just have a mad idea and you just do it. And you go, nah, it'll be all right. It doesn't matter. It's awesome.
Is it a boy? Is it a girl? What is it?
Well, moving on. Question for Flash. You're most well known for being the voice of the talking shark. Why did you give him a Jamaican accent, and would you get cancelled today for doing that?
I think it wasn't really a Jamaican accent. It was
Yes,
just...
it was.
Okay.
Sacred blood, check out my teeth.
What happened to the head? Did you take the head home?
I took it where I was given, because you know when we like...
You were given head.
We
I was
all
given
got
head.
given different things, didn't we?
We were like
all
vultures.
stole different things.
Yeah.
We had to put our names and stuff. Everyone got the best.
Alison Dore, the production manager, she got good stuff.
Well,
got
this
the
is news
jukebox.
to me because...
She got a pink sofa. She got the pink sofa.
No,
jukebox, I
Debbie, what?
She did.
You got nothing.
Did you get nothing?
No. We were so furious about the final episode.
Yeah.
We walked out. Debbie, is it true that all the presenters recorded a single called Make That Play? It wasn't called Make That Play, was it? What was it called? Make That Call.
Make That Call, yes.
Can anyone remember how it goes?
Make that call. I thought it was just you.
No, I had my own single, a different one.
Where was this recorded?
Play My Game. I had my own single called Play My Game.
Make That Call was written and recorded by Lee Baldry.
Yes.
Let's have a listen. It's pretty good, actually.
I don't understand why it didn't go to number one. I just
It would have done number two
for a start.
Because Fremantle wouldn't release it, and I said to them, "Let's do it as a charity single." Oh my God! And I almost pushed it over the line. There was a reason why. I can't quite remember what it was. But
Flash. It was Flash's fault.
Yeah.
But
then when the show ended, Debbie recorded her own single, which was called "Play My Game."
It was.
Do you have a copy of that?
Yes.
Shall we have a listen to it now?
Let's.
Hey!
More questions. Greg, what was your biggest viral video?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, the No Legs caller. She phoned up to play the game. The game was something like name a job in a hospital.
Yeah.
But anyway, she phoned up and she said, is it a doctor? Which is fine, you're guessing a job in a hospital. Fine. And I said, let's see if it's there. I think it's the doctor that cut my legs off. Sorry?
And we're still drum rolling at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I think it's the doctor that cut my legs off. I have no legs.
What you got for me, May?
A doctor. I think he's the one that cut my legs off.
Sorry?
I think that's the doctor that cut my legs off. I have no legs.
Debbie, did it hurt when you fell over the fridge?
Oh, that was
Do you
bad.
remember that?
That was horrible.
It killed because my talkback dug into my bum.
Yeah.
The history of bums.
History of bum. You were the queen of bums.
And I ended up with a massive bruise. But me being the professional, I didn't show anybody that I was in pain. And I jumped straight up and went, goodness me.
Congratulations! Goodness me!
Greg, do you remember saying bollocks on daytime TV?
Oh, that was classic.
Now, I didn't actually say.
He did.
But I did not say bollocks.
Shall we have a look at the clip?
Here we have young David.
Welcome
David?
to the show. The live show. No, sorry, bollocks.
I have no
closer to the
idea
camera.
what happened there. I must apologise for Greg Scott's language.
There you go, proof that you said bollocks.
It was. Right. I recorded a voice to promo. Don't shake your head at me.
I got into a lot of trouble for you.
And it was daytime, wasn't it? It was something like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was 3 o'clock, and it was on a channel called Men and Motors, which I know sounds pornographic, but it wasn't.
No, it was. Anyway, I recorded this promo, and I got it wrong, and I went, oh, bollocks. And so recorded it again, and that was that. I didn't know that it would be played out somehow.
At 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Was it Stuart Headlam, the producer?
Oh, no, it would have been the sound operator.
The sound guy.
Yeah.
Blamed it out.
I'd love to blame it on Stu, always. Stu was one of our
Producer
great
Stu, he
producers
was
who now
amazing.
lives in
Hello,
Australia. And I think he was working on Neighbours. Hello, Stu, if you're watching.
What's your answer, darling? What? Coconut.
Greg, what other countries was Quizmania shown in?
Oh, Lordy, what wasn't it shown in? I mean, go on.
I
know. What was South American one?
Poland. Australia.
France.
Yes.
Where in South America?
Colombia. Yeah.
Wow.
We had to wheel a satellite dish out every night. How mad is that? For the Colombian show, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I appeared on most of them because they were, we want Flash as well, because obviously.
Yeah.
But obviously I couldn't speak the language. But they would give me, they'd say, just make up some stuff.
Flash,
So-
why were you so keen to go to Colombia in particular?
I didn't go to Colombia. I did the ones that were shot in England. So,
Yeah.
So the
in
French one and the
French and the
Polish
Polish one, I would do it in the day before the actual one.
Mm.
So I'd be on the French going, je m'appelle Flash, j'habite dans le poubelle. Yeah, I
Wow.
live in the rubbish. And then the Polish one, I go, Dzień dobry, kochanie, fajna dupa, which is hello, honey, how are you? Nice bum. And I used to say that to every Polish person I met from then on, and I nearly got slapped by a girl.
10 points if you can remember the name of the French version.
Quizmax.
Oh!
Quizmania.
10 points.
Very good. There was also a Chinese version, you know. I think it only lasted a few days, but they did launch it in China.
Didn't they have a Debbie King person on each one and they had to wear corsets and everything?
They did, yeah.
Really, the Australian one was actually the most successful.
That was really popular.
That ran for a very long time.
How are you, Leanne?
Yes.
That's good. Now, have you got an answer for me?
Vibrator.
A what, sorry?
Vibrator.
Oh! I'm glad my mum's not watching.
Greg, do you remember Gavin in Dudley?
I went to his house.
What?
Gavin Dudley, I don't know what.
He wasn't invited.
I suppose he won so much that people must have started wondering,
Is
he
it
something?
fixed?
Yeah.
And then you went to his house, which reinforced that.
Well, we thought, let's.
Why did you go to his house?
Well, I didn't just go to his house. We arranged it. We arranged a shoot.
Like 4 in the morning.
He was our
Why?
biggest winner, so
Yeah.
we thought, let's go and see some of the winners.
Oh.
And I
So
think he bought a car,
He
didn't
bought a car, and he took us around the house, and he showed all these different things that he bought, and with the winnings from
What did he
Quizmania.
buy?
Oh, God, I can't remember now, but it was all sorts of bloody
And he had a
things.
picture of Greg in his car.
Well,
It's
that's
seriously, he did.
understandable.
Wow.
£25,000!
Cameramen, it is! You won! Karen, scream! Scream, Karen!
I didn't sleep for like 16
Remember
months.
when you didn't understand what people were saying on the phone? One time it was name a job and this woman said,
Oh,
I
yes.
thought she said fish shop.
Fish shop, you went, "Huh?"
She said bishop.
There was a great clip where I think you were talking about jobs beginning with S, and somebody goes, "Oh shit," and you go, "It's not there." And then,
What about Colin, who phoned up and gave the wrong answer twice?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
The same one.
It was really hard to get through, and he got
Yeah.
through twice, which is incredible. And he gave the same wrong answer
and there was a
twice.
great line where you
Said
said,
to him-
"Colin, are you sure you're going with that same answer again?"
Yeah, you
It's
gave
not
him
there.
every
And you
chance.
go, "I can't believe it's not
Oh,
there."
and I'm amazed.
My favourite was Debbie was on, I think it was day one, and it was like a silhouette of something. And it was actually a ladybug, right? And somebody rang in and said, "Is it the shadow of a baby in a womb?" and she just corpsed it on air.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's a hell of a-
she doesn't even mean a shadow. She means a silhouette of a baby. In a womb. But even that, it's like, why would that be this game? And then later on, people were guessing, shouting out things, silly things, and you go, "No, it's not that. No, it's not that." And then quietly on my talkback, I said, Is it a ladybird? And she went, "No, it's not a ladybird." And then we were like, and we thought we were in big trouble because we'd given it
Do
away.
you remember we called those baldries?
Yes, of course, yeah.
He always gave
Well,
it
I
away.
always did that.
Whenever
as well.
there was a flub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a great moment once where you really corpsed because Flash, you were playing the voice of a robot.
Yeah.
And you said to Debbie,
"Could you ever love a machine, Debbie?"
and you said,
I've loved many machines.
and Debbie completely.
And it took a moment.
I didn't get
I
what
don't
the
get it
joke was.
now.
And I wasn't leading that. I wasn't aiming in that
And basically,
direction.
we were just saying, Debbie, that you like to pleasure yourself. That was it.
That was it.
With
That was it.
machines, only machines.
Only machines. It was a different time.
It was a different time.
What
time.
about I've just got to say, there was a picture of it was supposed to be round of applause. That was the funniest.
the clue.
So funny.
You'll find this on YouTube.
Yes.
And this woman phoned up and went, "Circle of claps." And I went, no. Another word for circle. A round of claps. And I said, "No, nearly. Combine the two." And she went, "Circle of applause." I think she just
Amazing.
didn't get it.
She didn't deserve it,
It was
really. You
very
gave her
funny.
enough chances.
I gave her the answer.
Could you ever love a machine, Debbie?
I've loved many machines in my life, believe me. One more, it's not going to really make any difference.
Well, that's all we have time for on the 20th anniversary of Quizmania. Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you.
Debbie King.
Pleasure.
And Rock and Roll Flash, the cameraman. I think we should do this again in another 20 years.
I do.
Do you think Greg will still be here?
I won't be here. No.
We can use our bus passes to get here.
That's a good
That'd
idea.
Be brilliant.
I'll be 59 then.
Your son will be a Hollywood star.
We'll all be AI
Your
holograms.
band will finally get a record deal.
Yeah.
And you'll finally get to do Family Fortunes.
No,
Yay!
yeah, right, yeah.
I think say goodbye and leave the viewers with one final message.
Yakabakakers.
That was the TV podcast with Chuck Thomas and Greg Scott.